Hey everybody, it's Cynthia Maynard. I hope you're doing well today. I have another Sizzix series video for you, and this one is a Brenda Walton die that you're probably familiar with. It's a little bit older. It is called the French Bow. It's number 659621, and being a Biggs die, it's just the regular size one, so just use your standard cutting plates. But it allows you to cut through thicker materials, felt and fabrics, and chipboard. I don't know if you want to make a bow with chipboard, but maybe thicker glitter paper and things like that. And there's so many things you can do with it. Of course, on the front here they have a double bow with the tails and the center, and those are the pieces that you get with it. Of course, you don't have to just use it that way. It comes in, so you have your two sized bow pieces. It might be a little bit difficult to see, but here where they connect in the middle of the bow, there is no score line. So what you do is, for example, I'm going to make one today out of this, some American Crafts paper, and it was a 12 by 12 sheet that I just cut in half. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take one and fold it, that salvage edge, just like that. So I have a fold line here, and I would take that fold line on my Big Shot, and at the top of these little bow pieces, it also does it on the tail, but it's fine cutting the tail, but you could potentially cut it in one piece as well. But because there are no score lines, if you put the fold right on there, when you cut it out, it will be connected rather than two separate pieces. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to run this through my Big Shot and be right back. Okay, so I ran it through my Big Shot twice because I'm going to make this bow here, and here's just an example. Before I do this, let me go ahead and show you some that I've made. The standard bow, I just cut it out of some extra paper that I had, where it has two layers. You could do different colors like this. You could do different things with the tails hanging down. I did it out of some felt, so I went ahead and made a double bow, but this time I just made a little tassel-y bow in the middle, but this time I put the tails on the back going sideways. And of course you don't have to use the tails at all if you don't want to, or you could just use one of these bows if you wanted something smaller or more simple. And then this bow I made, which I thought turned out really fun, is one that has one set of everything, and then I cut out an extra of the small, and then I used some Spellbinders little floral dies in the middle there for a center, and it looks really nice like on a box or something like that, topping that type of thing, or in a banner situation, or any number of things you could do with that. But so that's the one that I'm going to make today. So I'm going to get myself some glue. You could use hot glue, but something that sticks really well. So I ran it through twice. So what you end up with is, because there's no score line at the top, you end up with just one piece. So we have that piece, we have, let's see here, which I'm going to go ahead and cut out, but you could do the same thing and just make one big piece, but I'm just going to use two. And then I'm going to snip out this one, so you want to keep your fold intact there. Okay, and then it also has that middle piece, which I'm not using for this flower because I'm putting little Spellbinders flowers in the middle, but it does have that piece, which I think fell out at my Big Shot. Oh, here it is. It cuts out a little center, which I believe I had, yeah, I had on this one here. So it has a nice little round bit in the middle, which is nice. Alright, so I'm going to grab the extra small one out of here. So I am today going to work with one big, two smalls, and the two tails. So I have my big one, I have a small one, I have a small one, it's not really all that small, but two smalls, and then two tails we'll put on at the end. And then I did go ahead and cut out of some Nina Gold cardstock, two sizes of those Spellbinders dies out of some floral dies that I had. Is art glitter. I find that it's very strong. I struggle being in a climate that gets cold and then warm and then cold and then warm, and glue, can sometimes have a hard time sticking, so I have to really make sure we put strong glue on there, but you could use glue dots if you don't have that problem. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this in, just line it up like so. You want to hold that for a second if you're using wet glue. I'm going to do the same thing with these two. It's nice to, I'm not a big fan of dies that kind of only do one thing unless they're a box die, because some of these specialty dies, they can only do this one thing, you know, and then it's like, well, is it really worth spending all that money on a one-trick pony? So I like dies that do multiple things, and just feel like you get more out of your stash that way. So for the two smaller ones, we're going to go ahead and put them that way, so perpendicular to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue right in the middle there, and just lay that there and let that dry. Kind of making a cross, and then on our bow we're going to tilt it so that it's diagonal. While we're doing that, we might as well glue our flowers on. I'm going to offset those. And then put some glue. And then just going to kind of park that right in the middle. You could have streamers coming down off of these. You could have just this. And this could be the middle of your banner. So many, many ways to use this. Alright, we have our big one in here. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do this with it. So I'm going to put some glue right in the middle there. And then I'm going to just align that up so that it's offset. An older die, give that a look, because I think you'll find that it wasn't terribly expensive, and I think you'll get a lot of use out of that particular die. So it's not big, it's not, you know, cumbersome to store. I'm going to put the glue on the front side, and you can make it long, you can make it short. Just going to go ahead and do that. And then put some glue on that. Some pearls, or a pearl rather. I can manage to look how much fun that turned out. I don't know, I think it's pretty. I think you'll find that these are very, very easy to make. You can make them in all sorts of different whatevers, for Christmas time, for Mother's Day, for all sorts of things, and I love the versatility of these dies. They really think about that when they make them, I think, and yeah, it's a great die to have. So I'm kind of throwing that out there as a little reminder that Brenda Walton has this die, and it is still available. And yeah, I hope you like that video. That inspires you to go make some bows, make some pretty packages. Thanks guys so much. Go ahead and don't forget to subscribe and click the like button, and have a great day.